day, our dear pupils in class 10. Are you ready for English lesson? Today we have very interesting revision lesson about formal and informal letters. I hope you all checked your tests which I gave you last time with your teacher and got their feedback. Firstly, what is formal, what is informal letters? Informal letters are sent to people which you know well. They can be your friend or your family members or your peers. You can send informal letters about your personal problems or recent news. They are written in personal tone. And what about formal letters? Formal letters are normally sent to people in an official position or the people who you don't know well. They are written in formal style with a polite tone. You can say it is free. You feel free when you are writing informal letters. It is relaxed English, but this one is formal, serious English. There are some rules for writing formal letters because it is serious English, as I said. Let's compare both of them. An informal greeting, we should begin informal letters with informal greeting like dear plus the first name, or just dear Lola, dear aunt, dear friend, dear dad, dear mom, and etc. But with formal letters, we have two types of greeting like dear sir, madam, if you don't know the person who you are writing for. Dear Miss Rahimova, Mr., Miss plus the surname of the person who you are writing for. The people who you know, but they are not close to you. And the next one, an introduction. Both letters have an introduction in which you write your opening remarks and mention your reason for writing. Both of them, same rule, but informal letters, as I said, should be written in personal tone. You are free, but formal letters in polite tone. Main body. Again, we have main body, both of them, in which you write the main subjects of the letter in details. Again, informal letters in personal tone, but formal letters in polite tone. It's serious. Conclusion also the same, in which you are writing your closing remarks. Formal letters in polite tone, informal letters in personal tone. But pay attention to the ending, it is quite different. And informal letters, you can end your letter what you want, with lots of love or with love, best wishes, see you soon, and etc. But about formal letters, we have two types of ending. Your faithfully, your sincerely, plus your full name. And if you begin your letter with dear sir, madam, it means you don't know the person's name which you are writing for. You can end your letter with yours faithfully. If you begin your letter with dear Miss Rahima, for example, the surname of the person who you are writing for, you have to end yours sincerely and plus your full name, your first name and last name. Again, some rules. In informal letters, you can use contractions if you want, like haven't, don't, or aren't, or won't, maybe. But in formal letters, you cannot use contractions, no contractions. Instead, have not, do not, or are not, or is not, and etc. You know, contractions, it is auxiliary verb when we use. Sometimes we short the auxiliary verbs. Next rule, it is about idioms. In informal writing, you can use idioms. But in formal writing, you cannot use idioms in formal letters. For example, it is famous idiom, hot potato. You can write hot potato in informal letters. For example, gun controlling is political hot potato in the USA. If you want to write this sentence in formal letters, you can use serious issue instead of hot potato. For example, gun controlling is a serious political issue in the USA. The next one is imperatives. Imperatives, this when you start your sentence with verbs like send it soon. Usually parents or teachers like to use imperatives like don't sit, don't tell, don't talk, or don't mess, like this. But you can use the imperatives in informal writing, but formal writing, no imperatives. You can say send it soon. Instead, you may send it in your earliest convenience. As you say, you may. It is polite tone. And the next, be careful of using phrasal verbs. In formal writing, you cannot use phrasal verbs. No phrasal verbs. Like look for, what is phrasal verb? Am I right? We use verbs plus prepositions with different meaning. For example, you know what is get. If you add up, get up, it is quite different meaning from get. Like look for. It means to search. Instead of look for, in formal letters, you have to use to search. Let's continue the rules of formal and informal letters. In informal letters, you can use but and a lot. But it is good if you use instead of but, however, in formal writing, and instead of and, furthermore, moreover. Both of them mean and a lot of. We cannot use in formal writing this one, instead much or many. Do you know the difference is much and many? Much for uncountable nouns, many for countable nouns. Much water, many books. Instead of a lot, you have to use much or many. And pay attention of using abbreviations like TV. You can use TV in informal letters, but in formal letters, it is television. And the next one, exclamation mark. You cannot use exclamation marks in formal letters. So I have task. Please open your notebook, write down today's date, and write revision lesson and put 6 numbers. Now you have to decide the sentence, formal or informal. I give you 20 seconds. Just write formal or informal. Read carefully. Remember the rules which we have discussed a few minutes ago, and decide the sentence, formal or informal. Are you ready? Did you open your notebook and put 6 numbers? Very good. Your time is going. So dear pupils, your time is over. Let's check. The first one, I'm writing to see how you are getting on in your new flat. Is it formal sentence or informal? Thank you so much. It is informal. Here you can see contraction your and I'm. In formal writing, you have to use I am and you are. The next one, I look forward to receiving a prompt reply. It is formal. The next one, give your sister a big hug from me. It is informal, of course. And we are having fantastic time here. It is informal. Would it be possible for you to attend the club's meeting next month? Thank you. It is formal. You'd never believe how well I've been getting on at school. It is informal. There are a lot of types of formal letters like application letters, complaining letters, recommendation letters, or apologizing letters, and so on. You can count a lot of types. Today I want to discuss about application letters because I want to give a home task to write application letters. Let's discuss together. Application letters, when you write a letter applying for a job or a course, you should include following instructions. There are strict instructions for application letters. Like, as we discussed it, you have to begin your letter with Dear Sir or Madam, or Dear Miss Rahimova, the surname of the person who you are writing for. And of course, opening remark, like, I'm writing to apply for the position of your position or your course name, advertise it in. You should write, where did you see the advertisement? The next, in the main body, you have to write about your age, the present job or studies. Example, I'm a 17-year-old university student. And qualification, if you have, of course, I have a B2 in English. It shows that you can speak in English fluently. And experience, if you have, I have been working as your job, your position, for how many years? For maybe 3 years, 4 or 5 years. And skills and personal qualities that are suitable for the job or course. What kind of skills do you have for this job or for this course? What kind of interest do you have for this one? Example, I'm good at what? I'm good at, for example, maths. I'm good at something else. I consider myself to be a mature and responsible. You have to tell about your character or why you are suitable for this position. And your closing remark. Example, I look forward to hearing from you as soon as possible. You have to end 2 types. The first, your faithfully or your sincerely plus your full name. As I said, if you begin your letter with Sir, Madam, Dear Sir, Madam, which you don't know the person's full name, which you're writing for, you have to end with yours faithfully. If you begin your letter with Dear Miss or Mr. plus surname, you have to end it yours sincerely. And here I have a sample. Let's read it and discuss. Please try to learn the structure because you have to write an application letter after our lesson as a control work. It is your control work, that's why please listen and read it carefully. Are you ready? Good job. Dear Sir, Madam, with reference to your advertisement in Thursday's edition of the Marifat, I'm interested in applying for the position of primary school teacher. I'm 35 years old and currently teaching in secondary school number 248 in Tashkent. I have been working for this school since 2014. During this time, I have enjoyed teaching English for different forms from 5 till 11. I consider myself to be a punctual, hardworking, and fair. I enjoy working with children and have good organizational skills. I enclose a reference from my present employer. I would be grateful if you would consider my application. I'm available for interview any weekday morning. I look forward to hearing from you. Your faithfully, Nargiza Abdullayeva. It is our sample. I hope you learned a lot about formal and informal letters. Please, dears, if you face any difficulties or misunderstanding, contact your teacher and continue learning about the letters. Now it is time to your home task. Your first home task as usual. Make a list of the vocabulary which you have learned today. The second one, learn the formal letter rules. And the third one, it is your control walk. Pay attention. Write an application letter for the position. Hard-working young assistant wanted for a part-time work in a bookshop during July and August. No sales experience needed, but a good understanding of English is essential. Apply in writing to bookworms. So dears, is it clear your control walk task? Thank you for being with me, and I wish you success in your learning process. See you next time.